Devin, what's going on, my man?
What's up, Jacob?
Not too much. I've got to assume that we probably got you off of a horse when we called you because it looked like you were out riding earlier today, like you do most days.
Yup, almost.
Hey, but you've got like merchandise now. Like you've got merch. So I've got to know how I get some of the Get Live Stables merch.
Man, I'm still putting everything. I got hats going right now because I'm a big Richardson hat guy, and I'm starting to make some hoodies and T-shirts. So I have a link up come sooner than later. I'm just trying to make sure I can get the best quality out there for our stuff out there.
All right. I'm just trying to make sure that, your old friend from the 318 just maybe, a sweatshirt finds its way here somehow.
Yeah, man, that won't be hard.
Hey, so are you back home, Devin? Are you back home in Spring Hill right now during these crazy times?
Yeah, I'm back home in Louisiana living my best life.
All right, so what can you do right now? Because look, I know you and I've seen you work out. You can get a workout in any way. That's how you were raised. I've seen you do it. So is that something you're just doing on your own right now?
Yeah, I mean, for the past 3 weeks, I linked up with a guy from Vivian, Louisiana, named Devin Washington,
Yep.
and I was getting one-on-one training. But I'll be talking to our strength and conditioning staff with the Bucks, and they've been sending me a lot of stuff that they kind of want me to switch over to, they're able to send me like some sleds and some dumbbells and stuff like a lot of stuff. So I'm about to switch over and start doing my own workout, but doing their workout. So when I get back to the Bucks, I can already be,
Right.
transformed into what we'll be doing there. So I'll be doing that, and then I do the stuff at the barn for as baling hay, lifting hay, stacking hay, 50-pound sacks of feed and
Yep.
50-pound sacks of horse supplement that I'm lifting, stacking it in the supply room, taking it from the barn when I'm running out to put it in the barn. So I'm doing all type of stuff.
Now, how much are you having these Zoom meetings with the strength coaches, and how much are you meeting with the defensive staff and maybe other players just to make sure you're on the same page?
Well, see, we started our virtual stuff yet. We supposed to start on the 27th, but if anybody know me, they know I'm always trying to find ways to get better. So our head strength coach, AP Anthony Ferroli, me and him got a hands-on, text call, hey, checking in. Hey, I got a question about this, getting it in. What do you want to work on, Devin? We'll make sure we send you more ways for you to get better in this or whatever. So, it's just been different stuff like that. And then, like, far as defensive coordinator, I text Coach Bulls and me and Coach Caldwell, we always on the phone, just trying to see, like, hey, I want you to – he told me he want me to have 3 tackles for loss of game this year. So it's just always finding improvements for my game and, what he see and, my ceiling and my expectations from my coaching staff.
Devin, there's a rumor going around that as soon as the social distancing requirements are relaxed a little bit, that Tom Brady's throwing a get-to-know-you barbecue over at Derek Jeter's house. You get invited to that? You hear anything about that?
Well, I mean, I did talk to Tom a couple times, and and it wasn't about that so far. It's just been all football because I'm trying to take my game to the next level, and there's no other person that I want information from than that guy. So I haven't been worried about it. Get to know you. I've been worried about how do I become as great as you are, and play at this level at a high level for a long time. So I mean, I think when that time comes, I'm pretty sure I get an invite. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I'm trying to find ways to be the best because, I mean, I felt disrespected last year in the NFL, even though I missed some games and stuff, but I feel like I put myself in a position, to be known as, a great linebacker around the league in year one. So I got to take another step going into year two.
In all seriousness, Devin, what's it like to have a guy like that as your teammate that you've seen for so long that's achieved what he's achieved in the league? And what was that, as much as you can divulge, what that conversation was about?
Yeah, I mean, my first when I first seen it coming, I was like, wow, I just really couldn't believe it because that's been my favorite player just since I've been watching the game, and just to have him on my team and have him follow me on Instagram, reach out to me, and Jason Light was telling me that I was more likely going to get a call from him because he wants to talk to the to the quarterback of the defense. So I was just like starstruck, but I mean, after we talked, it was just pretty much about him being there for me, willing to dish out any knowledge that I wanted to partake in, so it was just all a teaching and learning thing, basically just letting me know he here for me because we need to be on the same page in order to go win the big games and get to the playoffs and, get to a Super Bowl and stuff. as a second-year, 22-year-old player, that's unbelievable.
Catching up with Devin White here on Hanging with Hester. And look, I know you, Devin. I know you're going to be in his back pocket as much as you can be. And he does. Look, he's the greatest of all time. He brings something to the team. And this is a team in Tampa Bay that y'all had, a lot of pieces last year. You played good football at times last year. Devin, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Devin, we got you? All right, we'll see if we can reconnect with Devin. I'm going to blame it on Lloyd.
Who else will we blame?
I mean, Lloyd's on the ones and twos.
Bad luck with the phone today.
I mean, Marty Smith. He dropped Marty Smith. Now he's dropping Devin White.
Devin White was not on purpose.
I mean, Paul's never made a mistake, so it's got to be Lloyd, right?
No, I mean, Paul, look, we're framed up. We're on CST. We're on Facebook here.
It's embarrassing.
I mean, did you not watch Michael Jordan last night? I mean, you're supposed to raise your standards, right?
I did. This is how this is going to go on Thursday night when there's 170 different feeds that have all got to feed into one spot.
They've already had glitches.
Well, okay, so today you're supposed to have the glitches, right? Today's the dry run.
I don't pick one. They had Cincinnati had glitches.
Well, the Bengals can take their pick, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and mail it today. I mean, that's easy enough.
Even snail mail will get there.
It's pick 2 through 255 that you're worried about, really.
All right, Lloyd's got Devin back. Devin, we got you.
I did it.
Yeah, like we came in a dead zone or something.
No, it's all Lloyd's fault. It's not your fault. We're just going to go ahead and blame our producer there. But no, I was asking you about having Tom Brady to pick his brain. I know that's something that you will do. But Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers, y'all actually had moments last year where you're playing really good football. How much of a level is he going to raise everybody's game? Because, look, when you're considered the greatest of all time, and we all watched Michael Jordan last night, everyone around you knows that they have to raise their game to another level to be on the same level.
Yeah, I think it's going to help tremendously by everybody, having that winning mentality because, being there, they had a lot of losing seasons. And, we had Spurs last year where, we win 4 in a row. Then we was on a 3-game losing streak. But, I mean, that's all he brings to the culture. And I know everybody going to want to impress him and want to play to his standard. And his standard is pretty high. So even if you can't reach his standard, you will still do yourself justice by trying to reach his standard because he is so high.
Devin, how much do you pay attention to the NFL draft this year, right? You were a rookie last year, so obviously you were consumed with it. But now that you're a year in, because I remember when I was in the league, I had so many things going on. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I got to pay attention. Make sure they don't draft another fullback here. But you don't have that case. Like, you're the starting linebacker. You're the captain of the defense. So how much will you pay attention to who your new teammates will be?
Man, I'm going to only pay attention to as much as, who gonna come in and help us. Yep. I mean, I really don't care about somebody coming in, being able to take my spot because I know, and Coach Aaron he preaches every day, that nobody solidified. You got to come in and work, and that's always the mentality I had at LSU.
Right.
Everybody knows because I had great linebackers. Like if you see what Patrick Queen doing, he was my backup.
Right.
And you see he's finna be a top draft pick. So I always had that hard workers mentality, and that's something that'll never leave. So I don't care about who get picked. I just, want somebody that can help our team because I just want to win. Like, I felt like it was hard for me to leave college. I took all the just from everybody saying, should I go or should I stay? And I wanted to stay so bad, and they got a championship without me. I feel like on the foundation that I helped build, obviously Joe went to a whole new level. But I mean, that's here or there, but I was the number 5 draft pick as a linebacker, so I feel like I did myself a lot of
right.
But now, it's just automatic about who they're going to bring in. I hope they bring in another defensive guy because I'm all about the defense. And I'm trying to push for Grant Delpit. I want to play with him so bad, and I just know he can be a tremendous help to our team. But whoever they pick, I'm going to be happy with it. That's their decision. That's what they get paid for in the front office, and I get paid to play. So I just got to be ready to work with anybody and, make everything, happen for the team.
Devin, there's going to be so many LSU players drafted this year. There's a strong chance that you're going to end up with an LSU teammate after the draft is done. I mean, there's possible 16 guys going to get drafted from LSU. And I know for me, it was always fun to watch those guys get drafted, but you're a year removed. I mean, that's some of your teammates. So, hey, there's a good chance you're going to finish with an LSU teammate when we're done on Saturday.
Man, that's crazy. Like, I was play. We all had great bonds at LSU. You know, everybody loved everybody. So if I can reunite with a younger person, because a lot of people on the team, you know, it's kind of hard to hang with them because everybody got their lives outside of when we leave football. You know, they go
Right.
home to their families and their wives and stuff. But knowing one of my guys that I was just in college with come, it'll give me a little more to do when I leave the building.
Devin, real quick, and I got a couple more for you, and we always appreciate your time catching up with Devin White here on Hanging with Hester. You told me in August of 2018, so before the 2018 season, you told me to watch Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and you told me his skill set, and you told me everything that he could do, and he did it at some points in 2018, but with more opportunities in 2019. He's my top back in this draft. Kind of give us a profile of going against a guy like Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Well, I think, you know, going against Clyde and him being so versatile, he's going to bring the best out of you at practice. You know, every time we did one-on-one and stuff, if I could pull up the tape. I always wanted to go against him because I knew he was going to make me better. No knock on our other backs, but he just brought so much to the game for us when we're doing one-on-ones and pass blocking, you know, because you don't see guys his size and stature a lot and that can do the stuff he do and play how he plays. So, man, he did last year everything that I expected him to do and more. You know, he kind of shocked me with some things he was doing, like especially like when he was playing Alabama. Man, I feel like the guy had the game of his life against one of the best teams in college football. So that was real good to see, especially coming from him. And me and him are always, you know, staying, you know, talking to each other, and you know, me just encouraging him and stuff.
All right, last one. We're going to leave you with this. New uniforms. I know you've got to like that look, going back to the Super Bowl era, the old days there when Warren Sapp and Derrick Brooks and John Lynch were dominating Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I like them, man. Then I feel like history repeats itself. So I feel like hopefully we can do with those guys getting those uniforms and, you know, just have a lot of fun while doing it. I feel like that'll be a plus as well. But I like them, man. I'm just glad we can do something new. You know, it ain't. I mean, it's always good for a change. I like the last uniforms. I'm not really big on uniforms. I just like going out there playing. But I mean, I like it.
All right, there he is, Devin White, good enough to give us a couple of minutes here on a Monday afternoon. Devin, man, I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll make a trip up and see you in the 318 when everything gets back to normal.
All right, bro.